I'm an artist. I'm more rapping than pimping probably. A lot of people would say I'm more of a celebrity. I mean,
A celebrity rapper pimp?
I mean, in my city, I'm giving.
Or a celebrity pimp rapper?
I'm a pimp that rap.
I'm a pimp that rap.
I'm a pimp that rap. Yeah, I'm a pimp that rap. From what I heard down in TDC, it's always at least 11 of them on a wing, on a yard. You might have 60 Bloods, 70 Crips on the wing, and then you it's gonna be like 12, 13 GDs, and they're gonna be organized, and they're gonna be stiff, and they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And what's crazy, they ride with the Crips, but what's crazy, everybody respects them. So here y'all jumped in front of the camera. Like, you know, I get a lot of hatred. You know what I'm saying? They be doing interviews and shit, doing this. Like I wanted to do that. Like, you know, I done had motherfuckers call me the police. You know what I'm saying? Then I get up on them and shit. I'm trying to shake up on that gangster shit. Who the laws? You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh, no, now he ain't keeping it pimping. You know what I'm saying? Now he want to get violent and shit. Yeah, I done had niggas call me the laws. And then I done had play me on some rap shit. Then they get they nose broke. But like every day is an uphill battle. Every day is business.
Right.
Every day is business. Bottom line, brother. Every day. Like that's what drive me. Is like you got to handle the business every day. Now you got some days where you could chill and you could kick it, but you have to handle the business every day, bro.
Every day.
Every day.
Ain't no days off.
Nah, not really. And even when you taking a day off, shit, you gonna end up pimping a little bit still that day.
You are now tuned into the Bob Report. We got Mr. Rooster in front of the camera today. Mr. Rooster, for the people who don't know, ain't never seen you before. Tell them who you are and where you from, man.
Shit, man, this Mac Rooster The Pimp, man. You know what I'm saying? Harry Hines, man. Crimestone County, my hair, Texas. Groesbeck, Texas. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Okay, let's get right to it. Let me see, man. I got a lot of questions for you, Rooster.
Yeah.
Square business. How did you get into the lifestyle that you're into?
Man, it was when around that time, it was so many different angles that was, you know what I'm saying? Okay, for starters, I'm GD, so I always was a Mac. I always was a guy that just had a lot of women catering to me. You know what I'm saying? But man, I ran into one of my partners, man. I always wanted to fuck with the shit. Man, I ended up running into a partner of mine, but shit, that was my first day meeting him, and it was a real pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Where'd you meet him at?
It was I met him in the studio. And I already was, you know what I'm saying? I already was, you know, kind of macking and getting some money here and there from some bitches and like that, but I really wasn't no pimping at all. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nothing but a Mac, you know, but I always had a lot of hoes.
What's the difference between macking and pimping, Rooster? Or do they go together?
I mean, it go together in certain forms, but a difference between it's two different meanings for a Mac, man. You know, the old heads might say a Mac is a guy that conquered all of pimping. You know what I'm saying? That mastered the whole game. But a Mac can also be a guy that's like, you might not just be checking no money out of just a prostitute. You might have a woman giving you money and she might work a square job, or she might be, you know what I'm saying, just catering to you and just giving you earnings that basically just giving you money that ain't come from no horn. You could be a Mac and got a hoe. You know what I'm saying? You might have, it could be a Mac and he might got a hoe down on the track. He not no pimping. He might go sell dope. He might scam. He might be a jack of all type of trades or just all different, you know what I'm saying, forms of getting money and got a hoe. You know what I'm saying? That's a Mac. He really wouldn't myself as a pimp.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's the difference between a Mac and a pimp. A Mac, he pretty much, you know, and it kind of run hand in hand like the old veteran pimps would say, he's a Mac. He's the biggest Mac of all, like, you know, and just a guy to do what the he want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't live by no laws, by no rules. You know what I'm saying? He don't live by, you know, you might see some in the pimp circle. You might say, oh man, he for a night. You know what I'm saying? He getting nothing. The Mac might for a night. Ain't getting no money from that. He might go over here and break this bitch. He did what the he wanted to do.
Right.
That's the difference between a Mac and a pimp.
What was some of your when you made your mind up, or before you made your mind up, what were some of your influences that led you to your lifestyle?
For pimping?
Yes,
Like I
sir.
said, my partner that I ran into in that studio, man, and you know, I had this little, you know, and you know, she was down with me. She was dancing and she would bring me the money. And, you know what I'm saying? Her and my youngest son, mom, they, you know, they bring me the stripper money. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing no pimping on them. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
they would bring me the money, you know, and man, man, my partner that I ran into, man, he ended up being my partner to this day. Like that was for sure 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I can honestly say that I've been in the game 8 years. You know what I'm saying? But that was like 10 years ago. I met my partner, and you know what I'm saying? And man, he influenced me a lot. Me just already, you know, I already want that. You know,
Right.
I already wanted to do that type of shit. And then just me learning it. Man, like I said, man, I sat right there 2 years and watched it. Right. Before I even, you know what I'm saying? Before I even goddamn me took flight with the shit. You know what I'm saying? I watched that shit 2 years before I even said, man.
When you were watching it, what was you looking at, or what was you looking for you to go on and jump?
Oh man, it just was working in my favor of how the lifestyle was set up, bro. It just was man, I never forget this shit, man. One of my son's mom, they asked me, they was like, man, did you start doing this because you didn't want to like abide by what squares, abide by like square men you didn't want to go through? And I was like, yeah. To see it, that was one of the goddamn reasons. I was like, yeah, I could set the tone. You know what I'm saying? I set the tone and how everything gonna go. You know what I'm saying? It's on me, you know.
Sure. I mean, ask the people if they like Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, everybody likes Kool-Aid. Like Kool-Aid, like Crippin' Mac likes Old English. Yeah, this is Vic Lean right here.
Your worldview, Rooster, did your lifestyle influence your worldview, or were you already thinking when you were thinking before you started pimping?
When you say your worldview, what you mean?
On the world, period, like how you view
Yeah,
things.
it changes. Yeah, it
Yeah.
changes. Yeah, a lot of people ask that. It does change. It'll make you very political. You know, it'll make you. You're gonna accumulate some wisdom. You know, more than I feel like when I took the route. I am a lot more wise than what I was. You know, before the game, I knew I really wasn't. I had a lot of sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I viewed the world like I was very, very active gang member. Very, very active gangster.
What was your first night, what y'all call it, the blade?
Right.
What was like, how was that experience, your first night out there?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was scary, and you know, but exciting.
Right.
It was scary because I was taught. I was very much so taught about them laws.
Right.
Because I was very much laced about them laws, about what can happen. This can go wrong. I never was naive to what the could go wrong. So it was kind of scary at the same time exciting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That man, I'm doing this, but it came naturally, man. I remember I asked her how many she seen tonight, and she was like, man, she said I seen 8, and I was like, I'm thinking to myself like, damn, you know, back then, you know, I would say I'm semi green, semi square still. I'm like, damn, how I'm supposed to damn this whole pussy I just seen 8. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, it was intense, and it was, you know, but when you getting that money, when you see the money, you know, it's like that type of money, that's life changing within a matter of a few hours. Man, you know, you got that wake up be broken.
When you say life changing, what you mean? Like
I'm saying, you got that wake up and be broken. don't got their rent, and man, they got a bitch on the blade. You done accumulated your money for your rent. You know what I'm saying? You done accumulated your rent.
Right.
That's what I mean. Life change. You might have a 30-day notice.
In one night.
Get the this apartment complex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, life change. Be with that pimping and horn. It's like, shit, man, you got to come out of nowhere and give you rent money within 4-5 hours. You be like, God damn. You know.
How has the environment you operate in changed over the years?
It's changed a lot. You know, could blame it on me that it slowed down, got hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Tommy G came and did his thing. You know, and when the Tommy G interview came, a lot of people feel like I made the track hot. You know, but like I say, I say it all the time though, bro. Tommy G was gonna come blow that spot up, period, by itself. You know what I'm saying? Whether he used me to you know what I'm saying, to interview me, because he was intrigued by me.
Who is Tommy G?
Tommy G, he's basically an
interviewer.
Like,
yeah,
basically a blogger. And you know what I'm saying, a journalist, really.
Right.
You know, he got a big ass platform. You know, he go all over the world. He go talk to everybody.
He came to Dallas to see you.
He came to Dallas. Yeah, he came to Dallas to see me. He was coming to Dallas anyway. This is how he put it to me. I'm coming to Dallas. I'm coming to do a segment on Harry Hines. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm a pimp from Harry Hines. So, you know, and then I'm a rapper at that. You know.
Would you say you one of the more known guys?
Yeah.
Does that up your chances of knocking?
Of knocking?
Well, not knocking. Well, you know.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
It's a cheat sheet, but like before I was even famous with a song or a podcast, anything like that, I never had no problem getting no hoe. Yeah, I never had no problem getting no hoe. You know what I'm saying? But that's what got me popping though, Pete. Pimping.
Right.
My pimping got me popping and got the camera. Like, I just was, you know, me and my circle of partners, we was pimping for real. As young, we was pimping. It just, I wanted that spotlight of being an artist. You know what I'm saying? So here y'all jumped in front of the camera. Like, you know, I get a lot of hatred. You know what I'm saying? They be doing interviews and shit, doing this. Like, I wanted to do that. Like, you know, I done had motherfuckers call me the police. You know what I'm saying? Then I get up on them and shit. I'm trying to shake up on that gangster shit. Who the laws? You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh, no, now he ain't keeping it pimping. You know what I'm saying? Now he want to get violent and shit. Yeah, I done had niggas call me the laws. And then I done had play me on some rap shit. Then they get they nose broke. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, this doing too much, he tripping. But like, I wanted to be an artist.
Right.
So if I bought the camera through there, what's it to you? I bought the camera through there, bitch.
Did you, or were you making money as a rapper, or was
I
your
make money
life?
as a rapper. I make money as a rapper now.
Now, okay.
At first, I was rapping because I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to rap, wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? But at first, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I first started getting booked for shows and started getting paid, you know.
So you done got booked for shows and features and they done paid you?
Hell yeah.
Knowing like your lifestyle, they because you know that to some people that it's really like it's kind of like intriguing and they want to be around it.
Well, you know, we loud pimp shit. And you know, it really for the South, it really ain't nobody feel them shit. Like far as like that's a pimp that's kicking pimp shit.
And rapping.
You know what I'm saying? You got Free out there on the West Coast, Sugar Free out there on the West
Coast. I got.
Shout out to all the pimp hop rappers out there, you know what I'm saying? But Rollo, down here down south, so Rollo and Silky, you know, them like really, you know what I'm saying, for my age group, them, you know what I'm saying, Free, Rollo, and Silky Slim, them like the who gonna feel like you know what I'm saying? So it's like me and them Harry Hines music boys, you know what I'm saying, that Harry Hines division music.
What do you think Rooster people misunderstand most about your line of work? People on the outside.
I say this all the time, man. Everybody hate a pimp until they around one. You know what I'm saying? Until they meet one. And they want to they see how cool he is, and they want to talk to him. They want to see what he gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hate one until they around one.
Everybody hate one till they around one.
Around one. Like you know, it be hating us. It be not so much of the women. It be that hating. And then it's like when you get around one, it's like you see that full grown man. You feel like, man, this got this pimp. I can't, But first thing everybody, man, I slap shit out that nigga. First thing, look, P, I was in my comments. I was in where it wasn't even my comments. I was looking at a clip from that documentary, and it was in the comments. And I'm finna clear you up right here too, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know me. I don't even know you. But he jumped in the comments. He say, man, he the type of nigga I used to rob. And I comment back to him, yeah, you type of as soon as I come outside, I test it.
Right.
Like it's a safe sit behind, even though it's a troll, but it's out here that really think that. Like it's a right now sitting back watching me on this interview right now and be like, man, I beat out that nigga. Not even knowing like how you talk when you see me outside, man. This dish take across the stomach. You know what I'm saying? Nigga really manhandle your bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm some pimping, but I'm from some gangsters from G really jump out there and bite her. You know what I'm saying? Really bite down on the real. But that's what people that's this they get the looking at this shit out, man, that girl hoe, man, I slapped that hoe until they around it.
Right.
They around it and their street shit is on them. And you ever been around a lot of street one time?
100%.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like it's dangerous. You can't like if a green bean walk in the room, let's say it's 10th Street.
What's a green bean
like,
for the ones who don't know?
That's not in the street.
A square.
Or like a square. I ain't really gonna call it a square. You can be green because square. We pimps as pimps we use that term.
Everybody a square to you.
Everybody a square to us. It's like you know what I'm saying. If you ain't no pimp or no hoe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. So I'ma just say like
a green bean.
A green bean, like a guy that's just a neutron. He ain't even no street nigga. Like you know what I'm saying. There ain't nothing wrong with being a neutron, being green. There's nothing wrong with that shit. But green is just really like you just not enlightened to just street shit. Right. You just like you don't live your life on that. I was talking to one of the girls today and I was letting her know, I was telling her like, I don't like having an everyday affiliation with somebody that does not have an ounce of gangsterism in them. I don't want to be around anybody that does not have, you know what I'm saying, that it is. I'm not saying like, hey man, can't nobody come be my friend like a green can't come be friends with me. I'm not gonna be friend. I'm gonna be mean. I'm not saying that. Right. Like far as like you with me every day, and I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? I can't trust that man. If something pop out, anything could go wrong. I'd rather not involve myself in a person that I know. But you got that you think street ain't street.
Ain't street.
You know what I'm saying?
Are there any you ever came across a fake pimp?
Yeah, hell, like every day, all day. You gonna do that.
What's a fake pimp, Rooster?
I mean, it's really ain't. You can't really just put fake on it. It's just not a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in their own eyes, they gonna be some pimping. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is gonna, you know what I'm saying, portray that they some pimping.
So how do you know they not the real one? How do you know?
Oh shit, they antics. You get around them and it's one thing, like I said, it's one thing he might just be green, or he might just be he not enlightened, or he just, you know what I'm saying, but man, you got just lousy Pete, like it just
that'll come out there on the blade?
Yeah. And don't nobody know him. Won't nobody talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Won't nobody embrace him. You can just kind of tell. Like, man, if a walk up on me in the first 30 seconds of the conversation, talking to the guy portraying a pimp,
right,
I'm gonna know if he's one or not. I'm gonna know what he's been through by just after 30 seconds of his conversation.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes for me. Like you got to come up with the cliche, hey man, say man, and not even knowing like 2 years back, you just level one. Right. You ever see them guys? Hey man, say man, check it out, man. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, here we go. It's like here we go with this. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of like points out like he either just started or that ain't no pimping at all.
What are some of the dangers you face in your line of work?
I mean, I've experienced a lot of them. Shit, getting shot by a trick, getting shot by another pimp.
You got shot
I
by a
got
trick
grazed.
and shot by
I
a
ain't
pimp?
never, I ain't never been just physically shot, but it tore my arm up, it grazed me real bad. Trick.
How did that situation occur? How a trick ended up shooting you?
Yeah, shit. Just out there, with the, you know what I'm saying? You pull up and not knowing if you finna talk to a nigga you know what I'm saying? It could have been like you said, it could have been a fake pimp. It could have been anybody. And
Right.
they just start hitting at me. You know what I'm saying? But that's happened numerous times though. Like you just hit at you. You know what I'm saying? I done had that. I done been in the car with others and then been hit at. You know what I'm saying? For some shit they did.
Do you ever run into any trouble with other pimps that don't like you or hate you?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yeah, not right now. Pretty much because everybody want to be one so bad. So when you hear the rules now, it's the kind. I'm gonna give it to a lot of shit can kind of calm down.
Right.
Because that's why like people hate on this. It's like, man, them niggas giving up the game for free. Not really. It keep out. It keep who not supposed to be there. It keep them out.
Right.
It keep away from this shit. Like, I mean, I've been wanting to be a pimp my whole life. They don't like that behavior. They don't like that. So when it's saying like, man, sit back and be like, I'm not following the rules.
Right.
These getting pissed off about this and that. Like, damn, this shit really ain't in me. You know what I'm saying? They end up seeing it and they'll move around. That's why I've always liked the podcast and the interviews because it gave game.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like be like, man, y'all giving the game away for free. And not really, because it don't matter how much you can so much game on TV, documentaries, and
you gotta go do it though.
You ain't gonna go do it.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna, man, I be working at and shit, right, bro? So you got niggas, man, I watch these guys on YouTube all the time, body train and train their body. And I can sit by and say, man, I want my body to look like that. And they got all the time in the world, they not gonna go get started. So just same with this game. It don't matter how much pimp shit I give you on this camera. That don't mean you gonna go out and go do it.
Right.
That don't mean you gonna go out and know how to obtain it. And you know what I'm saying? The knowledge to do it. That don't mean you gonna go do this. That don't mean you gonna go succeed. That don't mean you gonna go, you know what I'm saying? They won't do
it. What drives you and keeps you focused, Rooster?
Every day, I don't want to say the cliche thing about kids because I'm going to take care of some kids regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody going to say.
Hats off to you.
You know what I'm saying? But like every day is an uphill battle. Every day is business.
Right.
Every day is business. Bottom line, brother. Every day. Like that's what drive me is like you got to handle the business every day. Now you got some days where you could chill and you could kick it, but you have to handle the business every day, bro.
Every day.
Every day.
Ain't no days off.
Nah, not really. And even when you taking a day off, shit, you gonna end up pimping a little bit still that day. You gonna end up pimping.
How you pimp a little bit, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be a lot of it with me, but you gonna end up answering that phone and handling some business.
Right.
It don't matter if you done took the day off, you really can't take the day off. You might as well say you laid in bed all day. You gonna pick that phone up and the hoe gonna have some kind of question for you.
Is it always or there any like smooth days?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what you make. It's how your program set up. It's what you making. It's if you just it's just for chaos and you know what I'm saying, you gonna have chaotic days. But if you demand peace, if you demand that shit in your shit, you'll get it.
Is there a difference? Cause to a person that's not in that lifestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
They might see you as a P, and they might see two more dudes as a P and think y'all all the same.
Right.
Is there a difference in the pimping between the pimps?
Yeah.
What's the difference, Rooster?
Yeah. Man,
give you an example.
Everybody pimp their program different. I always say, hey, baby, hand me that water bottle. Hey, look at that big hoe. Give me that water bottle, funk ass hoe.
Would that be considered gorilla?
Nah, cause he can be a bitch himself. He can be a he can
Right.
do that shit in public and he don't do none of that at home.
Right.
And why you might have a girl, might have a wig out. Like, hey, that's showing out.
Have you ever seen him like that before?
Yeah. I'll be 100, man. I don't help my unless I'm mad.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, hey, that's mad. Cause I ain't got to remind no this my I ain't got to remind my no this she my hoe.
Is there a difference?
What you mean? Like a difference
between a and a hoe to a P?
Oh yeah.
What's the difference, Roos?
You might say
This is for educational purposes. You hear me?
Damn, look at that fine ass. Then you might say, damn, look at that fine ass. The hell might be a square. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Okay.
It's just a beat. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? But I was listening to that Pac the other day. I wonder why they call you bitch. I was listening to that shit, that Tupac. They wonder why they call you. You know what I'm saying? Man, it don't even really just Pac was kicking a lot of game in that song. Man, you know, the word is always offended women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mostly black women. It's always offended a lot of black women over the years. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, it's just a slang. I mean, you know, it's degrading. Now you got to call each other, what's up, bitch? What's up, Rooster, bitch? Sometimes I got to tell my little kinfolk, hey, look at that. Morning, night, and they be like, my bad, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like now, I don't even really say nothing. I know the ain't calling me no bitch.
Right.
Just about 2-3 years ago, I was like, hey, talking to nigga. But now it's just like, man, you got ground at me and what's up, bitch? Like that's just what's up, bitch?
That doesn't, but not.
It's just the world. It's just a world change. But like, it says pimp. Nah, we don't carry ourselves like that.
Right.
You're not gonna hear us talk like that.
Right.
You're not gonna hear no pimp talk like that. You know what I'm saying? That slang came from Louisiana.
That what's up?
Bitch trying each other. Yeah, that was a Louisiana slang. That was a Louisiana thing before it was anything. But Texas has adopted that slang because we so integrated with Louisiana, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, because, you know, years back because of Katrina. When you know, we integrated with people from Louisiana and New Orleans when they migrated here, you know what I'm saying, and we all started around with each other and becoming very close with people from New Orleans, liking their music and they liking our music. We start adapting a lot of each other's culture. You know what I'm saying? But the what's up, bitch? What's that, bitch?
Right.
That's New Orleans shit.
Right.
That's been for years.
Years.
You know, you can go back and watch baller blocking with the Hot Boys.
Right.
If you go back and watch baller blocking, they're speaking like that.
Yeah.
Way back then, that was 2000. You know what I'm saying? That's always been a Louisiana thing. You know what I'm saying? That's always been their shit. But now it's like, now everybody does it.
Right.
All the states do it. But that's you can thank social media for that. You know what I mean? You can thank TikTok, you can thank Snapchat. You know, you can log into those platforms and become a street nigga.
What you mean by that?
You can go sit back and watch all type of hood vlogs from other places, and you can imitate those characteristics, and you can go somewhere and you can tell from that.
Just cause I'm watching it on.
From watching it, and you know what I'm saying. Like I could lie it. I was so influenced on gang banging just because of, you know, the part of Texas we from, and then just gang banging. You know, I spent a lot of time in South Carolina also. So, but like, nigga,
yeah, we gonna get to that.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I know about every political aspect in LA right now.
As far as the gangs.
As far as the gang shit. Like if you could take my tattoos away, I could pick a hood from California right now and I could switch my accent.
You know what's going on.
I know what's going on. I could go out there and think I'm from out there. I could go out there, I could fix my accent and talk like how they talk and say I'm from this hood and somebody believe me.
Just because you just seen it.
You just done mimic this lifestyle.
Right.
So much. Like just like gangs like down here for us for Texas.
Right.
Like I have cousins from LA, from Compton, and shit like that. Like I said all the time. I remember when my big cousin from Compton came, my big cousin Zeno Boss. I remember when we was little and Cuzzo would come and they had them diggers on.
Right.
And you know, see, nigga, that's my big cousin. I want to wear them hoes. You know what I'm saying? That particular swag come down here. And you know, Up Dicky started down here.
In Fort Worth.
in Fort Worth.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what's crazy, they made it trendy.
They made it trendy, yeah.
For work down here back in them days when was invented. You know what I'm saying? But when you see, like, even my dad in them, I'll see my dad in them coveralls and them diggers. That back then, you got them back then in the 90s and the early 2000s, that shit was fly.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That gangster shit was fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dressing like that, it was dangerous. And you know, people, when you dress like that, people were scared of you. They showed that you was a gangster. But you know, in reality, that shit come from here. But California, they you know, they made that a trendy style. The workwear, they made that trendy. You get what I'm saying?
How do, I mean, to cut y'all, Rooster, how do relationships and loyalty go in your world?
And pimp, it's just very much so play a role. It plays a mighty role. You know, is you know, that bitch got to be loyal. I mean, you know, you got other pimps getting at the hoe all day, every day. You ain't the only fly she gonna see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got a loose head and she just intrigued by just any swinging dick, that hoe gone. You know what I'm saying? That hoe, and you got a lot of hoes like that. That's what we call rockers.
Punk rocker.
You know, I ain't gonna say the other word. I don't want to get us banned with the F word. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what you call, you know, I don't want to offend nobody, but you know, the word that rhymes with maggot,
right,
the F word.
Right.
What you call that. You know, they might be, you know, intrigued by you and shit. Be also intrigued by your partner. So loyalty do play a big role, because shit, 1 minute the bitch giving you some money, and then she turn around and give your partner some money too.
Has it ever happened to you?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna keep happening. Yeah. It ain't gonna stop. As long as you keep pimping, it's gonna happen. You're gonna see all type of shit.
Do you when that type of thing goes on, what type of mindset did that put you in? Go get another one?
I don't give a I don't give a They just gonna make it hard on that bitch. You play with me like that, like I'm strict, P. You know what I'm saying? I'm strict. And you play with me, if you try to get my attention like that, I'm strict.
Right.
I'm gonna ragdoll your bitch ass.
Have you ever had a woman choose up and just bring you the money and you didn't even know her?
Oh yeah, like just getting chose out of nowhere.
Right.
It's like you ain't even know this woman was eyeballing you. Yeah, that shit happen frequently. You know, I hold that hits up like, hey man, I got this amount of money, will you take me? And you like, damn, I've been looking at this hoe for about a year. I ain't even notice me looking at this hoe. You know what I'm saying? But the bitch been in pocket, she got a nigga the whole time. Bitch been in pocket for so goddamn long, you didn't even realize the hoe even noticed you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Have you ever had like somebody, a female that wasn't in the lifestyle, get into the lifestyle with you? Turn out.
Yeah, turn out. Yeah. That's pretty much what a lot of guys go for. When to bring somebody in, when bring a turnout in. She don't know nothing but your law. She don't know nothing but you. You know what I'm saying? Bitch don't know nothing but what you taught her. You know, you got a lot of guys, man. You got some men that been through 4, 5 pimps. A lot of hoes been through 4, 5 pimps. I know hoes been through 13 pimps.
13 pimps.
Yeah, I know hoes that had 13. I know hoes that I've had myself that done had about 13 pimps.
How does that even happen? Just loose.
It's hoes that I done turned out, showed this to, in the got 13, 14, 15 pimps. But they don't do nothing but remind me of why I don't got the no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't made for none of this shit.
Are there any female pimps?
Nah.
No such thing. Ain't no studs out there pimping.
Man, I ain't gonna say that it ain't nobody around that. I ain't, but like in my city, man, there ain't no studs doing nothing in Dallas, Texas. I ain't seen them.
You ain't seen them?
No disrespect to a stud that's doing her thing, Jack. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't no stud that was stood on that concrete with me. And you know what I'm saying? And stood right there all night with me, and I seen her for a consecutively 3-year period. And you know who that is.
Right.
I ain't seen one. Not in my city. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that it ain't happening.
Right.
I ain't saying I'm not knocking that shit. But in my city, if I see a stud in my city with some, I'm coming to knock that out.
What you mean?
I'm coming to get them out. I'm coming to get that bitch.
If you see a female stud with some,
if I see a pretty I said with some got some, I'm coming to get that and them. If I can get up on it,
right?
It's you got a little that try to you got a little fine that try to say they working a bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm coming to get that regardless. If I see a bitch,
Y'all too loud.
On the concrete, she got her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come get it. I'm gonna come get that.
Have you ever done that before?
Yeah. Man, I'll never forget that time, man. I was on Bissonnette, man.
In Houston?
I was on Bissonnette and man, they was in pocket, they jumping in pocket. I tell the story all the time. Man, they jumping in pocket. I just heard a voice coming from the car. And man, they was hooping and hollering, man. They was sweating them bitches. They was, they shooting this shit, spilling that shit. And I just kept seeing my whole, they ducking their head, they was spinning, jumping in circles and shit. And I was standing there. I was like, God damn, this car sweating the shit out my hole. So I get up on the car. It's a driving, but the person that's sweating from the side, I get up on the car. I'm thinking I'm finna walk on some pimps a bit. So I get up on that hoe. I rush the car out the window there. I told the nigga, I say, I kind of go in and try to smack the hoe. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I was in my younger days. I try to go in. I try to smack that hoe through the window. And that bitch, she did like this. She was like, what the fuck? And in the car, he laughed. He laughed, and I was like, put that. I said, it's a hoe. And he just was laughing. I said, man, put this bitch down. Why the fuck this hollering from this car at my house? And I said, hey P, you can circle this block. I say you could pimp at these hoes all you want to all night. I say, but you ain't finna let this bitch be talking to my hoe. P, put this bitch down. And man, that nigga, he laughed. I wanted to see if that nigga was a pimp or not. He was a pimp. And they'll pull it up and told that bitch get out the car, and that hoe got out. She was big old. She was like, man, it wasn't like this in my day. It wasn't. You wasn't doing no talking in your day.
Right.
You capping. You thinking there's some green beans out here on this concrete. So you older, back then, older than me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, get your out this car, bitch, and go get this who you riding around in this. See, go get him some money. Oh, let me see you go catch a day, bring in some money.
Right.
And P, he was just laughing. He in the car, he laughing like because he knew he was wrong. You know what I'm saying? He didn't argue with me or nothing. He said, get out, bitch. I was like, oh yeah, that's a pimp. Shit.
What skills were the hardest for you to learn, Rooster? Or were there any?
I'm say patience. The patience, and I'm gonna say separation too.
What you mean separation?
Pimping accordingly. What you got for this right here, you might not have for that right there. This might comprehend right here in a certain type of, you know what I'm saying? She might comprehend good. This right here might suck. That was a hard task for me. It was a hard task when I got this big old fine bad right here. I ain't gotta put on the blade. And then you got this whole, you know what I'm saying, this little dusty right here, and no matter what you do to it, no matter how good you get her right, her mindset just ain't right to be doing what you finna have this bitch over here doing. So that was pretty much a hard task, getting that understood.
So, cause a lot of people don't know this, Rooster. The one that you ain't got to put on the blade, what does she do?
I mean, it's other avenues of
Okay.
horn, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, it's like this, man. You got a bitch. Just say this bitch, man, her slow knife, let's say, man, a slow knife for her is like $700. And she don't even use the blade, so a good knife for her is like, let's say she checked $2 a night. You know what I'm saying? Let's say she used to checking over $1,000 or $1,000 is, you know what I'm saying? $1,000 is good money.
Right.
A day.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? For anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let's say she does that on a regular, you know, and you might have this little over here. She check about $600 or $700 ignite her fire. That's a good day for this little dusty right here. You know what I'm saying? For example, I ain't saying I ain't knocking nobody.
I'm asking people if they like Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, everybody likes Kool-Aid. Like Kool-Aid, like Crippin' Mac likes Old English. This is Vic Lean right here.
But it's a lot of hard working hoes that just make that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they be on the track. I'm not knocking none of that because I'm a pimp. I'm going to take it. I'm going to get the bread. But why would you take this big old hoe right here that don't even use the blade and she make $2,000 a night? Why would you take her to put her with this one just to say, I got them hoes together? Just to say, everybody doing the same thing? Everybody not meant to do the same thing. You gonna take this big old fine hoe right here and put her parallel with this hoe that making $650 a night and this like $1,250 a night, not using the track?
Right.
That was like one of the hardest tasks for me. Like just making $650 the little dusty hoe, she don't understand why this hoe to do what she do. And then like you say, okay, boom. Okay, look, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Hustling Flow.
Okay.
Remember Nola kept complaining she wanted to be in the club.
Yeah.
That wasn't her route. You know? DJ kept telling that bitch how. That wasn't he knew something that, you know what I'm saying, that she didn't know.
Right.
She just was curious about it and wanted to try it and wanted to do it. You know
Want
what
to
I'm
hit
saying?
that club.
Well, I want to get in the club.
Hustling Flow.
Yeah, man.
What advice would you give your younger self, Rooster?
Pimp.
Pimp.
I wasn't doing none. Pimp.
That's what you would tell yourself.
About 6 to the day I dropped out of school. The day I dropped out of school, yeah.
Yep.
The day I dropped out of school. If I was right now, I dropped out of school. And where my head was, you want to be in the streets, you want to be a street. The advice I would have gave myself was pimp. Pimp and don't have no kids. You know what I'm saying? But thank God for my kids, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love my kids.
Do you see your lifestyle the same way now as you did when you started?
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
What's the difference?
It's more under control. It's more relaxed.
Well, you were more aggressive,
Yeah.
pimping, younger.
Yeah. Very, very aggressive. Very, couldn't go around those squares. Couldn't mingle with nobody that wasn't from the life. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't mingle with that. Couldn't mingle with none of those type of folks.
Now you can.
Yeah.
What
Bro, you grow you up. You accumulate
okay.
the wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Just from being
you accumulate a lot of respect. You know, but my younger days of this, you don't want to be around nothing but another pimp.
Right.
And some horn.
Right.
Fuck you with your family and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Your family.
They don't approve.
They ain't want to approve that shit. Because all it takes is for you to flash and discipline one of your in front of your family or even talk shit to one of you, one of your hoes. And
in front of your family.
See it, turn them off, make them hate you. And not knowing they just don't understand the lifestyle. They don't understand. They don't understand this hoe just tried to play with me. It's always going to be put on the man, Nobody ever sees what the bitch does.
Would you say that most of the women that in that lifestyle have low self-esteem, or have you ever come across a woman with high self-confidence?
It be blended.
It be blended.
I get that question a lot. The daddy issues, all that question. I get that question out. But it be blended. It be women that come in and realize about their business.
Right.
It be women come in and be having degrees already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just, man, I can't remember. I can't remember who said that in the song, man. I know with degrees and they pockets full of shit. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of like that. I know a lot of very intelligent. They broken them up.
You earlier you mentioned your gang affiliation. What is that, Rooster?
I'm GD.
GD.
Yeah, I'm GD.
How did you? Well, explain to us, the people who don't know. We're in Texas. The GDs in Texas. How did that even come about?
Well, they mostly.
But this is mostly Crip and Blood around here.
Yeah, yeah. But what the GDs was always popping in Texas. It was more of Houston. You know what I'm saying? More Houston, Fifth Ward. You know, Fifth Ward, Southwest. It's more of a Houston type of thing. You know, the GDs was more Houston area. But my GD affiliation back then, you know, it was really quoted on. I was quoted on in Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
Which I would say is my second home. From Texas, it's my second home will be Columbia, South Carolina.
And that's where you pretty much got it from.
Yeah, that's where I was introduced to it. I was introduced to the GDs in South as a little boy, and like he mentioned, you know, bro mentioned earlier, he mentioned BGD, Black Gangster Disciples. You know what I'm saying? I was introduced to that. I was quoted on to that.
Black Gangster Disciple.
Yeah, and then I got corrected, and I became GD.
What's the difference between a GD and a BD?
We ride Hoover, they ride David. You know what I'm saying? GDs come up under the teachings of Hoover. BDs come up under the teachings of David. You know.
What is
you know, just both Chicago-based gangs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the BGD, the Black Gangster Disciple Nation, that's what they would call the folk nation, is the alliance amongst all the folks. You know what I'm saying? Which would be the, you know, when, you know, the Larry Hoover and the David Barksdale situation of them being as one together, you know what I'm saying, and then splitting, you know, which Hoover came with the Gangster Disciples. You know, I don't know too much of the twofold knowledge, but you know what I'm saying, I do know about them being the disciples, first devil disciples or Southside disciples. Have, you know, much respect to them, much respect to them BDs, man. I don't have no problem with BDs. Rest peace to my nigga Cartier, my pimp partner Cartier, that just died this year, man. Yay, man. Rest in peace to my nigga, man. It's a real BD. You know what I'm saying? He loved me like his own. He loved me as if I was goddamn me BD. He ain't know I was GD. You know what I'm saying? He loved me like I was his own, man. And I cried like when he got killed because another BD killed. And I was talking about shit. I was talking about shit. I said, man, I can't stand him on ass. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the BDs, man. But I was saying that though, I got BD partners. But I was saying that when my got killed, man, his own kinfolk smoked him. And they BDs, and I said that shit, goddamn BDs, man. I said, man, I was talking all kind of shit, man, them ain't got no structure.
Right.
In reality, man, I got a lot of BD partners. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I shoot my shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no smoke, man. I ain't got no smoke, no BDs, man. I'm GD crazy, though.
Right.
I ain't grow up hating BDs. I'm a GD from the South. I'm not a GD from Chicago.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all the same, though. GD, you know what I'm saying? GD since day one, you know what I'm saying? I'm 215, 19 to the fullest. But you know, but I'm not from Chicago though, folks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just not, I didn't grow up banging on BD. But if a BD bring it to me, I'm gonna bring it to him. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm some pimping. Right. You know, I don't really, you feel me? I got main guys who vice lords and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I got close friends who are vice lords.
What's the, and correct me if I say it wrong, Rooster, what is it, Folks and Locs?
Yeah, the A-Ball, yeah, the down south.
What does that mean?
Well, the A-Ball is, you know, everybody got their different take on it, but it's like a GD and a Crip alliance. But it was mostly gangster Crip sets. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of, you know,
Gangster Crips.
Gangster Crip, like anybody from the gangster card. You
Right.
know, down south, a lot of the gangster Crip sets adopted the gangster concept. And the gangster concept is the GD. Basically, like the GDs, our teachings, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of deuces. You got a lot of fire deuce guys that adopt the gangster concept. And, you know, like if you run into a lot of, like I got a lot of homies from the Dallas area who Trey 5'7" or 187, anybody 7, anybody up under the 7 that was calling themselves any kind of gangster crib. You know what I'm saying? They adopted you know what I'm saying? They adopted the
GD teachings.
The GD teachings and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they were trying to be GD, it was just a teaching that they because everything, our knowledge is good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's not really, I'm not dumb to the fact that if I go to California, a Crip is not going to give a fuck about nothing that I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
GD, he might tell you, I've never even met one in my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's going to tell you, like, that don't exist out here. That's not real.
Right.
Politics from different places. You know what I'm saying? It's politics from different places and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but down south, your folks Locs. I've always based my life on that. Growing up, I've always rode with from 5 Deuce or from a gangster card.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you have some neighborhood that's rolling that's going, oh, you GD? And and it's love. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was really like a more jailhouse thing.
Right.
The 8 Ball was a jailhouse, the Blue Train. You know what I'm saying? The G's was, where do you put them? Especially in Texas, you went to jail. From what I heard down in TDC, it's always at least 11 of them on a wing, on a yard. You might have 60 Bloods, 70 Crips on the wing, and then you it's gonna be like 12, 13 GDs, and they're gonna be organized, and they're gonna be stiff,
right.
and they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And what's crazy, they ride with the Crips, but it was crazy, everybody respects them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We very much respected, we very much highly respected the GDs.
You also a rapper, Rooster, and you went viral with I seen this video, I like this song, on the Hines with the mic drop.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you start rapping, and have you always been a rapper?
Yeah, ever since I was a kid. My mama taught me how to rap.
Your mama?
Yeah, my mama taught me how to rap. She wrote it out.
Right.
And she did the cadences. You know what I'm saying?
Is what's more important to you, rapping or pimping?
Man, I get this shit all the time, man. It's I always say you gotta pick one. Believe you can't do both. You know what I'm saying? But I'ma say pimping because I always got my pimping. I always got my pimping.
You always got your pimping, even if you ain't
going nowhere.
Even if you ain't got the rap.
Even if I ain't got a rap.
No doubt, no doubt. Are you still rapping to this day?
Yeah, I'm an active artist. Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm more rapping than pimping probably. A lot of people would say I'm more of a celebrity. I mean,
a celebrity rapper pimp.
I mean, in my city, I'm giving.
Or celebrity pimp rapper.
I'm a pimp that rap.
I'm a pimp that rap.
I'm a pimp that rap. Yeah, I'm a pimp that rap. But there's just like how you talking on the gang tip, Snoop Dogg. That's a Crip that rap.
It's a Crip that rap.
He was a real Crip.
Right.
That started rapping.
Right.
I'm a pimp that started rapping and took flight with it. I took off. Do I need the bitch? Nah. I don't need a hoe.
Is that just in you to do that? Like, could you do something else? Could you go work a regular job?
A lot of motherfuckers don't know me, man. I was in the oil field.
Yeah?
Yeah, I ain't never been I ain't never did nothing.
But you was still pimping though?
Nah.
You wouldn't?
I was a kid. I was in the oil field from a teenager. I was in the oil field. Shit, man, coming into my pimp career, off and on. I was with the oil field and, good money, but a lot of be like, man, you come up out there, you tired, That's why I tell all the time, man, I know something right. About everything. Like, I ain't, that's why, a lot of people be like, man, it's a sin to be lazy. You know what I'm saying? When you get your ass out there and you know what hard work is, and you don't want no more of that shit, I know what it feel like to be in 30-degree weather outside.
Right.
With Carhartt on.
Right.
Skull caps. You can't feel your hands. And you trying to screw down or you get what I'm saying?
Right.
I know about it.
You done did it all.
But this right here gonna give you $1,000 a day. But man, when you come back to your crib, you come back to your pad and loneliness sit in, and you got all this money, you ain't in, you too tired to even go spend some of this.
Right.
You too tired to even go spend this. You know, you was woe out, my nigga. You know, I know about this. I worked at Subway when I first dropped out of school. I worked at Subway.
The sandwich spot?
Hell yeah, Subway. Hell yeah.
Would you go back to doing some stuff like that now?
16, no. No. I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go work a 9 to 5 if my freedom depended on it. I wouldn't work a 9 to 5. We'd be sitting here discussing about how much time I'm finna see.
Right.
About how much time they finna give me if I ever work this job.
Yeah, man, Brother Rooster, man, we thank you for your knowledge and your information today. It was very educational and informational to the people who don't know. This has been another episode of the Bob Report, and we out.
Already.
You are now tuned into the Bob Report.